And welcome in to Dos Hombre Pelons.
Is that what it is?
Yes, dos. And if you don't know Spanish, you better learn it fairly quick because the way we're heading, you better know some Spanish.
More important than ever.
Yeah, very, very important. So please don't forget to subscribe to the show, Dos Hombre Pelons.
Two bald guys on the right.
I was going to say pendejos, but
Well,
I mean, some people call us that too.
I think that there's probably more that would agree with that than the other.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the show. Make sure hit the notification, but make sure and subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. Very important that we get over 1,000 subscribers. If you could help us, we would. Do we need to bribe you? Maybe we need to break out some merchandise.
Some merch or maybe some kind of contest. I don't know.
I mean, I'll pay you if that's what it takes. And I can't pay you much because I ain't got much.
Give away a vacation. I don't know. Maybe something.
Believe me.
Trip to Vegas.
I got pups that have cost me a bunch of money. That my dog just had pups. So, yeah. And a lot of money.
Yeah, so we got to make some money.
So
here,
I need to make some money. So if you could help me.
B's working on his retirement.
Yeah, if you could help me with that, that would be awesome. So Joe Biden, I just don't get it. I mean, are you really that dumb? That is the question. Are you really that dumb that you say, we're going to let everybody in? And then you're going, well, I don't know why we got all these people coming to the border. Looks like Border Patrol is shut down the highway checkpoints. Do you know why? The agency is struggling to handle the border surge.
Didn't this happen once before, like not too long ago?
Yeah, but you know what else he said? A couple of weeks ago, he said, we don't have a crisis on the border. Oh, now you do. Oh, so we're shutting down the border checkpoints, and the agency shutting them down because they're shifting manpower to where they need it on the border to help. Now, and it's not with apprehensions because we're letting people go. Yeah, we're just letting people go. And, you know, the cool thing is now that they're here, they're going to get that $1,400 stimulus money. All they have to do is apply. Well,
why wouldn't they just jump in here? Because now they got all this money coming in. That's free money.
Money.
$1,400. Well, that goes a long way to paying off the coyote that they paid to get over here.
I'm telling you, I mean, it's just our way of helping you guys out. Prisoners also going to get the money. Yeah, even the Boston bomber and convicted rapists and serial killers and all these people are going to get it. And the Republicans beg the Democrats because we don't have the power. We can't do anything else. And they will not take it out.
Hell, on our morning show this morning, we had a caller call in and say that one of their ex-girlfriends was bragging that their man who's locked up is making money on unemployment because she's certifying for him.
But we also had another caller that called up and said that he's got a cousin that is a prostitute, and she got $20-something thousand back because she claimed that her business was affected. Now
her illegal business.
Yeah, you would think that the government would be smart enough to go, okay, what's the name of your business and your tax ID number?
Nope.
We're just writing checks.
Yep.
And you know who pays for all that? Hard-working people. But now, Department of Homeland Security, by the way, is saying they need volunteers to assist because they are being overwhelmed with the surge at the border. Department of Homeland Security asked today that some of their workers volunteer to go help because they are simply overwhelmed. Today, I activated the volunteer force to support Custom and Border Protection. This, according to the head of Border Protection, and we appreciate all the help that we can get. Illegal crossing is up 79% since Joe Biden has taken office. 79%.
And, of course, that has nothing to do with Joe Biden, right? It didn't have anything to do with the fact that he said, come on, we'll feed you, we'll pay your way, we'll give you insurance, we'll give you stimulus money.
When you say
we'll let you vote,
that you are not going to deport people and amnesty is going to go quicker, guess what happens? This is what happens. You get a surge at the border, and a lot of states are pissed. Arizona and Montana taking legal action against the Biden administration for the ICE arrests regulations. What we're doing right now, we're back to catching and release. We're catching people and releasing them on the street. And Montana is very upset. They said that when it comes to drugs, meth trafficking has really hurt the state.
Skyrocketed, and it's coming straight from Mexico. But you would think that Montana, it would be coming from Canada.
Yeah, no. And so Arizona, we know the problems in Arizona with illegal immigration. And so both states are actually suing now because they can't deal with it anymore. You know, the feds will pick up some of the costs, but the states are going to pick up a lot of the cost. And why should us taxpayers be paying for this silliness? And I mean, I'll take this a step further. You got Democrats in Texas pissed that Greg Abbott doesn't want to take the money from the federal government to handle this. Here's a great idea. Secure the borders, and we wouldn't have to take that funding.
Yeah.
Now, that's some common sense there.
I mean, it does, but that's cruelty. But what's more cruel? I'm going to ask you. Overrunning our country so that not only our citizens can't survive, but the illegals that are coming in can't survive, and basically making us into the same country they're leaving from, or
we're heading
securing our border and allowing people to come in as we can take them, as we can accept them because we have enough money or enough space to do that, not just allowing them in willy-nilly. I mean, it makes too much damn sense. But no, they're saying that we're heartless. No. There's what we can do and what we can't do as a country. And we don't have unlimited money, people.
And here's the other thing. When it comes to the coronavirus, we're finally getting a handle on this. And these people are coming in unvetted, unchecked, and many of them, they are the super spreaders. And so how does that make sense? Biden has said that he would give them the vaccine. Wait a second. While Americans wait in line, you're going to give it to foreigners? Another thing that makes zero sense. But I've come to expect silliness, stupidity coming out of Joe Biden's mouth. Last week we had the thing where he forgot what he was saying about 18 times.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? What am I doing here? We're still waiting for the first press conference. It is traditional that in February,
State of the Union.
But he hasn't even done a real press conference.
No, he had Inauguration Day. His first one is coming up. He's got one that's coming up to commemorate the anniversary, which is not a good thing, of the coronavirus, of it really getting loose. So that's coming up. He's supposedly going to do a press conference for that, but we'll see.
Is he going to answer questions?
Of
Because
course
we
not.
know what happens when he goes, I'll answer questions.
Beep.
Feed goes dead. But I am very worried about what's going to happen. You have Kamala Harris meeting with world leaders. That is unheard of as a vice president. Joe Biden doesn't have press conferences, doesn't answer questions. I'm very worried about this. And then he can't even remember the names of the people that actually work for him. We know he's 78 years old. He's the oldest sitting president in the history of America. He couldn't even remember the name of Sheila Jackson Lee a couple weeks ago. He actually said Kamala's name wrong about a month ago. Now, if Trump would have these same fraudulent slips.
Look, people on his cabinet, that's bad enough. The guy forgot which granddaughter was whose.
Oh, yeah.
He went back and he said it was Bo, his dead son's, and it was Hunter's kid. The whole thing is
But if
just
he'd have smelt her hair, he'd have known.
He'd have known.
He'd have known. But anyway, Lloyd Austin is the defense secretary. Biden could not remember his name to save his life. Let's roll the tape on this one.
Just want to thank you both, and I want to thank the former general. I keep calling him general, but the guy who runs that outfit over there. I want to make sure we thank the secretary for all he's done to try to implement what we've just talked about, and for recommending these two women for promotion. Thank you all. May God bless you all, and may God protect our troops.
I don't even know what we were doing here.
Good God.
And he sounds
I hope
like
you Democrats are proud.
He's slurring his words, too.
I hope you Democrats are proud.
His cognitive ability.
But they are. There's so many Democrats that think that's so much better than Trump.
I'm riding with Joe, even though they took his damn keys away.
They think that that's better than Trump. Look.
They took his keys away. Look, we're heading for a disaster.
We are a laughing stock.
We are a laughing stock, but financially, we're heading for disaster. Have you kept up with the stock market lately?
It's
32,000 plus. And here's the deal. They're devaluing the dollar. They've taken away the oil and gas industry. We're importing more oil and gas. They're raising the price of oil, but at the same time, we're not producing it.
Nope.
And being, self-sustaining is actually a good thing in my book. If I don't have to borrow money, that's a great thing. If I can foot the bill to put together a project, business, whatever, that's awesome, not borrowing money. None of this makes sense. They're trying to devalue the dollar, and I'll tell you why I believe. Devalue it to a certain degree. Do you know oil is traded with the dollar worldwide? But if the dollar is devalued to a certain degree, could it be one world government? We'll have like one currency? That's been a big push for a number of years. But Joe Biden, I don't know if they can give him some medication to help with his memory a little bit. I don't know. I just don't think this is the guy running the country. I don't see how it could.
No, he's not. Definitely not. I mean, they're just like whenever he was campaigning, they barely let him out. They barely let him talk. Yeah, he's just a puppet. He's just doing whatever they tell him to do. Reading whatever they tell him to read, signing whatever they tell him to sign. And anytime he's got any leeway, this is what happens.
And if they allow him to do a press conference and somebody asks him a hard question, it is going to be comical but sad at the same time. Sad at the same time. By the way, if you're planning to go to the Alamo, the Alamo is, what is an Alamo known for? Well,
fighting for Texas independence.
Fighting for Texas independence. Freedom. Wow. And now if you're going to go, even though Texas has come up with, 100% open, don't have to worry about wearing a mask. If you're going to the Alamo, you damn sure going to have to wear a mask. So officials at the Alamo said that you're going to have to wear a mask. Sorry. I thought that was a state park.
Well, and I mean, is it too hard to social distance? Is it too? I don't understand why. And there again, what about all these people who are vaccinated?
CDC came out yesterday and said if you're vaccinated and you can gather now without a mask.
Yeah, but then they turned around and said that masks are still. They contradicted themselves at the end of the release and said that masks are still necessary. They said that wearing a mask is not going to help protect you anymore if you've already been vaccinated, and yet you should still wear a mask. Why?
I don't know.
No, there's no reason. It's just because of politics.
So Joe Biden's dogs, they make a big deal about these dogs that, he rescued the dogs. German Shepherds. I've never gone to the pound and found German Shepherds at the pound. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they don't exist. But I've never gone to the pound and found German Shepherds. Most of the time when I go to the pound, and it's nothing against getting a mutt. Most of the time they're mutts at the shelter. So Joe Biden's dogs have been banned, but not permanently. They're kind of on a timeout right now, and the place that the Delaware Humane Society, where Joe adopted Major from, Champ and Major, had said that their recent behavior could stem from them being in a different environment. Well, one of his dogs chomped down at a security worker at the White House. Now, I thought once a dog bit a human, they put the dog down.
Did he actually bite him or just bit at them?
No, he bit him. He bit him. So he chomped down on him. So the dog is going back to Delaware, and evidently the dog doesn't like Democrats. It left a bad taste in his mouth.
Yeah.
It really did. It left a bad taste in the dog's mouth.
Can totally understand that. That's why just a dog. I'm just telling you. That's why you don't bite him.
Yeah. Nancy Pelosi. She surprises me every day, especially when she's sober. She really surprises me when she's sober.
Because it doesn't happen very often?
It does not happen that often. But she is saying that they need more money for security around the house. So she's asking for more money so that she's saying, lawmakers, we need more money so that we don't have another attack like they did January 6th.
I'm sorry. It was wrong. I'm not going to say, but part of the reason you even had that issue was because you dummies refused National Guard when Trump offered it.
Yep, exactly.
You refused National Guard when Trump offered it. You allowed people to come into the Capitol. You had security that allowed them to walk through.
They walked through. I've seen the videos. I hate to be the conspiracy theorist.
There were people that broke and people that went beyond that. But there was also people that didn't, that were allowed to do. And but by the same standpoint, if there had been protective measures in place ahead of time, none of that would have happened, and none of them were armed. It was not.
That's what I was going to ask you. FBI came out last week and said how many people were armed at this, as they stormed the Capitol to take it over? 0. Oh, wait, I can't do that. That's white supremacy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
How about, is that okay?
Oh, maybe we can do this.
0?
0.
Just to clarify.
They might cancel me out.
Just to clarify, this is okay. This is 0. This is not white power. I'm all for every color. Okay?
I'm gonna do it anyway.
I'm for the human race.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
And it's not
okay. It was okay for Eddie Murphy or Buckwheat. Okay.
Yeah, you can't say Buckwheat. He's been canceled too.
He's been canceled. Damn. But the whole thing is crazy. We still have the National Guard if you don't poison them with bad food. But Nancy is asking for more money. Roll the tape.
I'm sorry.
Roll the tape, Will. It's crazy.
It's going to take more money to protect the Capitol in a way that enables people to come here, children to come and see our democracy in action, all of you to cover what happens here safely, members to be comfortable that they are safe when they are here. So how do we make the judgments of what is needed to protect ourselves from the what has been described by the director of the FBI as domestic terrorists?
Oh, yeah. Well, how many guns did they have, these domestic terrorists? 0. And you know what really gets me? She's up on a damn podium. Me and you, look how close we are. I'm not scared.
I guarantee you, though, they're doing this just like they did when they were talking about Trump trying to steal the election. They're doing this ahead of time on purpose, people. Mark my words. They are making it. They're trying to put all these security measures in place because they're planning on doing even more that's going to make the right so mad that we are going to revolt, that people are going to do something that they can't take back, and that they are going to have to fight for our freedoms, which are, I'm sorry, those rights are afforded to us by the Constitution, right?
Right.
So we're going to have to fight for our freedoms because they've been stripping them away, and they're going to continue to do so.
I can't hear you, Will. I got a mask on.
They're going to continue to strip our freedoms away, and they're setting it up so that they can basically live in a police state, so they can secure themselves because they know what they're about to do. People are going to get even more pissed. And
now here's the deal. I believe this was a setup. I believe it wholeheartedly that it was a setup. And why do we need more security? If you would just do your job and quit giving our tax dollars to foreign countries.
Have there been any credible threats since January 6th? Have there been any riots at the Capitol? Anybody trying to break in? Have there been any Republican, Proud Boys or what are the other groups, QAnon, that are going out there going crazy and doing different things?
No.
I haven't seen any.
No, I haven't either.
I have seen some riots. Of course, everything in Minneapolis that's going on around George Floyd's trial. They're battening down the hatches, getting ready for that place to blow up.
By the way, they got the first juror has been selected in that trial.
And just wait, because he will, if they keep the charges the way they are now they're talking about adding additional ones, and they're doing that so they can save face. But there's no way he's going to get convicted of second-degree murder.
No.
There's just no way.
It's got to be premeditated.
You have to have intent, and there was no intent.
And there was not. So, that's going to be
It was wrong. He shouldn't have done what he did.
I'm with you.
But I don't believe that, honestly, that the chokehold killed him. I think the fentanyl and the meth in his system,
whatever. Ashley Babbitt, by the way, we'll have that story coming up. Should she get money? I mean, George Floyd's family got a bunch of money. Breonna Taylor got a bunch of money. Should Ashley Babbitt's family get a bunch of money? Oh, wait. She's white, Will.
Oh, well, then you can't.
I'll get to that.
You got to take that out of the
Entire staff of the Nevada Democratic Party quits after the Democratic Socialists won every seat. So the Democratic Party, the longtime man, Judith Whitmer, won her election on Saturday to become the chair of the Nevada Democratic Party. And she got an email from the party executive director, Anna Muntz, saying that she was stepping down, and the entire staff stepped down after the Democrats, Socialists, the Progressives won the seats in Nevada. And I think we're going to see more and more of this. We're seeing it in New Mexico, where the longtime conservative Democrats have lost their seats. There's some of them that are becoming Republicans.
Way more progressive radicals coming in.
Yeah, because they just can't take what's going on with the Democratic Party. And the battle has continued to in Nevada between the Socialists and the Democrats. And this is going to be another powder keg moment. And I think a lot of Democrats are going to be leaving the party for sure. Ashley Babbitt, we just talked about it. Of course, give the history of Ashley Babbitt, Will.
Well, I mean, she considered a lawsuit in the Capitol shooting death. So Ashley, we're talking about the gal who was actually killed in the Capitol in the January 6th riots, right?
Yeah.
So she's not only is she a veteran,
Right.
a military service, she's a Trump supporter, of course, which is why she was there.
Now, I'm just asking, and I don't second guess law enforcement often. Was she a threat? Did she have a weapon?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did she not stop when they told her to stop?
Well, and I'm not making excuses for her, and I wasn't there, but there were hundreds of people right there, she might have not heard.
It's possible that there was so much screaming and yelling going on, and caught up in the excitement, she didn't hear. She did try to climb through the window,
but she was shot in the back. You're not a threat if you're climbing through the back, and so her family is now saying that they are thinking about filing a lawsuit against the Capitol Police. Now, this young lady was 5'2", 110 pounds. And
I'm sorry, there wasn't a non-lethal way you could have restrained her?
Well, so her family is saying that they might sue. Now, we know Breonna Taylor's family got a lot of money. We know George Floyd's family got a lot of money.
Yep.
We know that pretty much every victim of police shooting has gotten a lot of money. So would it be any different for Ashley Babbitt?
Of course, because her skin color is wrong.
Oh.
Her skin color is wrong. Her politics are wrong.
Oh, so that's not her privilege.
No.
Oh, she doesn't have white
privilege.
No,
her white privilege got checked somewhere.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's how you get shot in the back, I guess. Whew. Boy, there's crazy things going on in America. I'm just saying, Pepe Le Pew has gotten canceled. The new Looney Tune movie that's coming out, LeBron James,
they're redoing Space Jam?
Yeah, Space Jams. So LeBron James is supposedly the director for that.
I'm sorry, I have a problem with that because, I mean, anytime you're replacing Michael Jordan with LeBron James, I have a problem.
And, wait, before I get to this story, I saw a story today that Stephen A. Smith is upset that LeBron James hasn't come out and told black people to go get the vaccine. by him saying, yes, I'm going to get vaccinated, that would encourage more black people to get vaccinated. And let me just say, there's not a white person in the world that could tell me, I'm getting vaccinated, you should get vaccinated. That's my personal choice. I don't need anybody telling me. I'm smart enough to do it on my own. And you know what?
But if a celebrity doesn't tell me, I can't go do it, apparently.
I can't do it. And you know what? I think black people are smarter than that.
Of course they are.
I think I think Stephen A. Smith is a race baiter.
They can decide on their own.
They can make it. They don't need LeBron James to go, look, I'm going to get the vaccine. Now you come get the vaccine. I don't think it should work that way. So cancel culture, Looney Tunes, man. Pepe Le Pew is done. Space Jam, LeBron's going to be, director of Space Jam. And Pepe was going to be on there. He's done. We know that the French skunk first made an appearance on TV, on cartoons in 1945. He's not going to be in the new Space Jam movie.
Made often unwanted advances. Why? Now, you can imagine if the girl in Pepe Le Pew was a skunk, she would probably have been all about that. But she's a cat. It's funny. They're different species. It's supposed to be a joke that he's romancing, and most time romancing what he thinks is a skunk, and it's a cat.
Now, Speedy Gonzalez, we know that there have been a lot of Hispanics that have come out and said Speedy Gonzalez is not offensive. Knock the hell out of here.
He's their hero. He's their hero.
Yeah, because he always gets away because he's Speedy Gonzalez. So I wanted to take you back to Pepe Le Pew. And what's he all about? I mean, kind of sexual harassment. Is that enough to cancel him out? Can I have a kiss, please?
They're animals. They're animals.
It's a damn cartoon.
They're cartoons, and they're portraying animals. And yes, I don't know if you've ever seen an animal when they're in heat, but they kind of act like this.
Yeah. So Pepe Le Pew.
How about a date? All right, chérie. The courtship is over. Oh, the adoration. Oh, the je vous adore. Le je t'aime à vous, c'est ma sugar, n'est-ce pas? You are my peanut. I am your brittle.
He's done. He's done.
Sorry, Pepe. Well, I mean, if we're talking about humans, then that looks a lot like Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah, you're 100% right. But we remember Baby It's Cold Outside?
Yeah.
That got canceled. Our radio station didn't stop playing because, Baby It's Cold Outside. Nobody forced the woman to go up there and have a drink with him.
I'm sorry, but the world we live in is getting sadder by the minute.
Where do we draw the line? That's the big thing. All right, Dove Soap. Dove Soap has come out and said that they're canceling soap. You know why? The word normal appears on the bottle right there where it says for normal to dry skin. You can't have the word normal.
What?
Normal is offensive to some people. So
are you kidding me?
Well, they feel it could exclude people that aren't normal. You got people that aren't normal, and that's it.
Okay, well, if you have a baseline, it's okay. If we're talking about science, which the Democrats supposedly love so much, you get a baseline, and your baseline is from normal to this, or from normal the other way. So if you have dry skin, or you have overly moist skin, but you're in the middle, you're normal. I'm sorry, but that's so offensive.
It's crazy. It's downright nuts. Wow.
No one's saying that that's worse or better. I mean, I think most people want moisturized skin, so I think the idea would have maybe some moist skin. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, normal to dry skin offends some people.
It's never going to stop. As long as they keep doing this.
Unless we put our foot down. It's never, ever, ever going to stop. Joe Biden sued by 12 states over the climate executive order. So President Biden sued by 12 states over this climate change-related executive order. And the state's attorneys from Arkansas, Arizona, Indiana, Kansas, Montana, Nebraska, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Utah filed suit, saying that it's hurt agricultural businesses and all kind of other businesses because it's not sustainable. Never thought it was anyway. Joe Biden has done more damage in the first 60 days of office.
Oh, and it's just getting started.
And we're just getting started. So can we get a press conference? I want people asking questions of Joe Biden.
Well, and I'd love a media. Can we get a new media? Can we get a media that actually will ask questions?
I'm sorry, our media has no cojones.
Or will actually cover anything that might be considered negative of the Democrats. I mean, the only one that they're doing this for is Cuomo, and because he's the poster child for they had to have somebody after Trump.
No, what happened was, Will, he could have criminal charges, so they brought this up, this
sexual harassment deal.
He says, she said, and it deflects against.
Okay, so instead of making him look bad for coronavirus, let's bring all these sexual allegations out of the woodwork that we've always known about the whole time. But we're going to start letting them come out so that we can
It's
get
a
him
deflection.
so we can deflect onto that.
It's a deflection.
Because God forbid we say that maybe our coronavirus theories have been wrong this whole time.
Oh, no, we can't say that. We can't say that. I mean, I looked at the numbers today. It's still 2% mortality rate.
We checked the science, and oops, we were wrong.
Oh, hell, we screwed up.
Yep.
We screwed up. Now, they are saying Whitmer from the state of Michigan could face some criminal charges on her own.
Can we do that with Whitmer and then do it with the governor in New Mexico after that?
I would take both of them. It would be awesome.
That would be, I mean, if we could get Cuomo, Whitmer, and Grisham out of here.
And Cuomo. Yeah. I mean,
I would be thrilled if we could take those. And, Newsom, while we're at it, Newsom's already,
Yeah, Newsom is in big trouble anyway. They got 2 million people with a recall petition. So don't forget, we're going to be doing the show on Thursday. It's a New Mexico only topic on Thursday, so tune in for that. And God bless America. We're holding our breath as things kind of change here in this cancel culture world that we live in.
Yeah, well, and there again, the best way we can do that is not letting people. And if we have to leave YouTube and get a different platform or do something else to be able to continue to bring you this stuff, we will do that. But until they actually cancel us, we'll keep doing it. So, and if you can, subscribe so we can keep doing this.
Yeah, please. Don't forget, buy as many Dr. Seuss books and
Dove soap.
Carry it down. Now, what people actually started burning and canceling out books in history?
Oh, the bad guys?
Yeah.
The Nazis?
Oh, the Nazis.
Yeah, but we can't make any comparisons like that because we'll get canceled next.
Oh, wow.
But even if they do the same exact thing, we can't make any comparisons like that.
Wow.
We can't compare the Democrats and their cancel culture to the Nazis.
Wow.
Why is it that they're trying to keep people from knowing certain things? Or is it because they're actually racist?
Wow.
Or because they're just wanting to say that so they can create more division? Because honestly, the only time I ever think about racism is when the Democrats are trying to shove it down our throats.
Exactly. By the way, new report came out about Black Lives Matter today. And I'd actually talked a little bit about Black Lives Matter this morning. And do Black Lives Matter? Yes, all lives matter. We're all humans. But the group Black Lives Matters, all these corporations giving money to Black Lives Matters, and they are pushing for a communist country here in America. Who would own the corporations if it's a communist country?
The government.
Government run. So Coca-Cola and Google and Amazon.
All that money you're donating, you're basically giving away your jobs to people
who would be canceled out.
Who want to get rid of it.
You would be canceled out. So maybe we'll talk more on that coming up next Monday. God bless you guys. We're out. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends.
Tell your friends, and don't forget we're streaming on our audio version podcast, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you get podcasts. Check us out. Two Bald Guys on the right. Thanks a lot, guys.